Welcome, Sama, to Gaming Crossroads. We have Samar here from Bollywood, movie director for Tara vs. Bilal, Girl in the City, and Bobby Jasus.
You got names right for the first time. I'm amazed.
Actually, I only knew two. The third one just came to me right now, right? So we're seeing basically a blend between movies and games. Both are taking inspirations from each other. And here we are today to discuss these crossroads between gaming and movies.
Thank you, Saad, for having me. Here. It's a pleasure and an honor because you have really set up something amazing. I mean, fantastic studio team. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be contributing in some small way to your thought process and your fantastic setup over here. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's do this.
So we got lots of amazing topics to come. So let's discuss this one by one. So the first discussion I want to have is what makes a great story. You're going to give your perspective in the movie and film industry, and I'm going to give some pointers in the gaming industry. So over to you.
So is it like, do we have to agree and can we disagree also with each other?
I would love to disagree on everything.
I would love to disagree as well, my friend.
And agree.
Let's agree to disagree first.
Okay, let's go.
So what's the question again? What makes for a good story?
What makes a great story?
So in terms of movie language, what makes a good story, I always believe in a good conflict makes a good story. There has to be like a nice juicy conflict between two characters, between the character and the system. I think it's a good conflict, a good character, an underdog that you can root for. And it's always about the journey. It's not about the destination. In the movie, you enjoy the main character's journey, not his destination. So I think that, in my view, makes for a really good story in terms of a film or a series.
So for us, I mean, I would pick a game which I've played. I think God of War is one of my favorite. It's got 1, 2, 3 parts. I think now 2 more series of God of War. So that's, for me, is a story. It's a never-ending, options of where you want to be in different world, what kind of gods you want to kill on the way. And it's so dynamic in nature all the time. It's taking you to different spaces and worlds all the time, right? While in the movie industry, which I see it's very short-lived.
You're right. I mean, I'll give that to you. I think in the games you can get really deep into story arcs, character arcs, but there's a limitation in movies. You have to keep it 2 hours only. So we have to be slightly surface. We can't go too deep. But the advantage games have is you can go as deep as you have to in stories and themes and stuff like that. So that's 1 point for games and 0 point for movies. Yes.
And then I just took one game, right? So there are many games which are out there. I would say the series of Arcane, which is a very big series by Riot Games, right? So they have multiple characters, right? They have more than 100 characters, but they made a storyline only on 3 or 4. So imagine how much it can expand in terms of, how great a story can be from different perspectives, from different characters with different skill sets, and all of them want to fight and win.
So I will agree with you. You can go deep in terms of story.
I thought you would
as well.
disagree.
But what I disagree with you is I feel like the experience in a movie is far more experiential than a game. I feel so. And I have my reasons to do so. I think we'll get to that as well. But I think movies give you far more experience than a game does.
Okay, so we agree on that.
We agree on the character development, on good stories and deeper stories, but we disagree on the experience. Okay. Agree to disagree.
Okay. So the next topic I want to discuss is creative freedom in the movie and the games industry.
Do you mean creative freedom in terms of the narrative of a film, the narrative of a game?
The narrative, basically. So who has more freedom in the narrative?
I really... the cool thing about games, man, is that I think...
that's my part to speak.
Yeah, but I think it's what I love is that gaming gives you that advantage of... the gamer decides where to take the story here.
Yes.
It's very cool. He literally changes the narrative. So that's the best part about gaming. Honestly.
Basically, you're saying is that the whole narrative is decided by the player at his own pace and his skill.
Yeah. But again, I'll come back to experience. I feel like in a 2-hour film, what you can experience is going to be special. But that same thing again for 20, 30 hours will not have the same experience again. You will constantly, a surprise element in a movie is that surprise element which you'll always remember you'll always remember. But that doesn't remain a surprise element in the game anymore. It constantly happens. So I think, again, the experience I feel is greater in a movie than less in a game. But it's cool how you can change your narrative path in a game. That's the cool advantage.
Yeah, so in general, I'm saying there's more creative freedom towards a narrative in gaming. While in the movie industry, it's just quick, but it's all about how you feel and what you want at that point of time in life.
You have only one advantage, not so many. So it's not a general statement. This is one advantage you have, but films also have some many cool
So let's take an example, for example. So I think Usual Suspects, a great movie.
Absolutely.
Right?
And the twists and the turns in that is fantastic.
Phenomenal,
The Sixth Sense, for example,
Yes.
how they give you, in the end, what you realize in the end just gives you a complete whole, you rethink the entire film. So I think many examples of films that have that in the end they give you that slight twist which redefines the film for you.
But on the other side, we have the game, which is The Witcher.
Right.
It's a great storytelling game, and it just keeps switching and turning and twisting all the time, and the narrative is just amazing. It's non-stop, so creativity is far more better in gaming than movies.
Yeah, but there's also, don't you feel like because of 30 hours or 40 hours of a player playing, there's a certain amount of lethargy that steps in. There's a little bit of tiredness that steps in.
Not at all.
Right?
It's all about
the adrenaline kick.
the adrenaline, the anticipation. You don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what's coming.
But also, I feel in terms
you dream about, I don't know what's going to come next, and you're like, hey, I want to get back into it.
But also because in movies where the player is not controlling the narrative, the surprise is bigger.
True.
Right? So I think in that respect, surprise being bigger because they have no control over it has an advantage.
But I also like the movie industry because I want everything to happen and finish in 2-3 hours. So we agree to disagree?
Agree to disagree, my friend. Okay. Done.
So now let's discuss emotional impact and morality.
Ooh, heavy one. Emotional impact and morality.
So emotional impact...
I feel like we're in Batman right now. Morality. Huh?
So I'm a great fan of the Marvel Studios, right? So they've got some amazing movies. The emotional impact, I actually get connected to each character, and I feel so emotionally connected to each character. So it's amazing, right? So for me, that's a great feeling. What about you?
I must say this, to you, that, when I... my first interaction with a professional gamer, I remember asking him a lot of questions. Why do you play games? Why do you play games? Is it the adrenaline? Is it the graphics? Why do you play so much games? And what's with these gaming communities? And I won't forget what he said to me, man. Dev, he's a common friend we have. Dev said to me that the reason why gamers play so much is because they're emotional people. They love the emotions in the game. And that really hit me, man, because that's the one common chord between movies and games, emotions, It can be your character, it can be thematically, themes like love, good versus evil. They're all emotions at the end of the day. And also a character's journey, again, is an emotional journey as well. So I think that's the one common factor between games and movies as well. But the larger question is morality. I mean...
Morality is very simple, man. GTA, you can punch somebody, hit somebody, do whatever you want. Rob a bank, drive a car. I think morality is a bit more confused in the gaming space, while I think in the movie space is quite
in the movie space. In fact, in the movie space, that's the reason why the narrative is morality defines a lot of narratives in our movie as well. A very basic thing is that a movie represents what the society is at the moment.
Correct.
Right? It represents ethics, morality, right? And that's why it becomes much more fun to watch a movie because it's constantly questioned. Your main protagonist is going against the system. He's questioning the ethics and morality of the system as well. So that's why it becomes much more fun. But you're right, in the gaming, it's really not there. But however, I do think that in gaming, what's fun is that your moral dilemma is constantly questioned.
Yes.
I like that part about gaming. You're constantly questioning it, right? But I think in movies, your morality is observed. But I think in gaming, your morality is more experienced.
But also, I think it's a lot because the gaming genres are so vast, right? So it depends on which game you're discussing or talking about, where the morality impact is there or not.
Right.
Right. So it's a bit too. The variety is too much. right?
So as movies. Movies also has different varieties as well, and morality comes in every part of it. Yeah, let's drop some movies. In all those movies, the question of good, bad, evil, what is right, what is wrong is questioned. Hindi movies, na. Let's talk Hindi movies. Yeah,
You only talk Bollywood.
Salim
man,
Javed.
like-
Salim Javed is always the one who's questioned morality and ethics, and he's questioned society. Your main hero was an angry young man. He became the main hero. He questioned. You question everything. You question the main protagonist questions society and fights for what is rightly his, right? And that can be good or bad, depends from the lens you see it at, and that's what makes for a good story. So I think in this respect, we both have to agree with the fact that morality and ethics is a big, fun story spinner for
That is true. That is true.
both games and movies.
So, which medium teaches morality better? Tough.
I think movies, because I think in games you can just kill anyone and move on and get points for it. In movies, your main protagonist can lead to consequences which are bad, right?
And then going back to the point, right, where movies can give you the impact faster,
Yeah,
while the game you got to go through the entire storyline to see whether it's moral or not.
correct. But I also, again, going back to the same point that you do something morally wrong in the game, you can go back and redo it again.
True.
You don't have to do it again because you felt wrong about it, right? But in movies, you can't really do that, right?
But you can also quit the game.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So yeah,
So let's talk about adaptations. Hit or a miss? So my perspective, I've seen a few of these games which have become movies. The Last of Us, Uncharted, but I'm going to talk more about Assassin's Creed because I really liked it, right? And then Minecraft, which was the latest, right? So when I've played the game Assassin's Creed, and I saw the movie coming out, phenomenal, but a miss, right? Minecraft, on the other hand, amazing movie, but the game for me is a miss. But it's a hit.
Right.
It was a super hit,
you're right.
right? So it clocked some crazy number, I think $300 million or something above. So Minecraft did extremely well, right? Your take?
It's a tough one. You cannot. It's tough. Like it's tough to adapt books. I mean, previously before games was trying to adapt a book to a film. It's a tough one. Even game to a film is very tough because they're different DNAs, man. A game is made from a different DNA, and making that into a film is always going to be a very tough one. I liked Assassin's Creed too, but I also like Prince of Persia, which also didn't do well. But I mean, for every Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed, there's Sonic, there's Super Mario. These films did phenomenally well. Super Mario has come up with like second 2 as well. Super Mario 2 as well. So for every flop, there's also a hit. So, but it's a tough one, and I think, in my opinion, why it's tough to adapt, because one, I think, like I said, DNA is very different, man. Also, I think the experience of a 50-hour gaming, putting that in 120 minutes, it's very difficult.
Correct.
What part do you choose and what part do you put in the game, right?
And to add to that, I think even having the right, cast
Correct.
for those games is not easy to pick, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know, because the gamers would love the movie or could not like the movie.
Right.
It depends.
Right.
So it's all about the cast. Like Minecraft was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Why? Because the cast was great.
Correct.
But the plot was okay, nothing
Yeah.
great, but it worked.
Yeah.
Right? Assassin's Creed, I think, was done extremely well. The detailing was so good. Everything which you wanted, you saw in the game, you saw there. But I miss, sorry.
I think adapting is a very tough challenge. It's not, because when you adapt, you can't keep everything the same. You have to pick out one aspect of it that you highlight the most. Like you said, in Minecraft, they used the experience. They chose the experience rather than the story, which did well for them. And I think in Prince of Persia, they choose the story. And I think the casting was off for me completely. And thus it didn't work. So it's very difficult.
So I think that is if you have human beings playing, right? So if you take a game like
Super Mario.
for Riot, and you did an animation,
Right.
and you did Arcane, which was phenomenal. It's a great success. So maybe that's the secret sauce which works, or I don't know.
The
Or there's no
user
secret
the
sauce.
user experience is different. I mean, a gamer will not enjoy a movie because like I said, in gaming you set your narrative, na, and now in a movie it's not your narrative anymore. It's difficult. And also I'll tell you a very big thing that happens also, Saad, is that studios choose to make a larger portion of the audience happy and not the gamer, because a general audience is far more bigger than the gamer. So if they're going to make gamers happy, then they miss out on a bigger audience. So they try to sometimes simplify the game, dumb down the game, and to take a larger demographic in mind, this bigger audience. And that's also what kills the game a little
Correct.
bit, the spirit of the game as well.
Right.
So I think these are the factors which really make it tough to adapt games to movies.
So we don't agree or disagree on hit and misses.
This one we agree.
So if you were to adapt a game, what would it be?
Ooh.
Anyone which is playing behind me, or some graphics you can
Oh
see?
my god, yeah.
What's that behind? Do you know?
That's like my favorite game in the world, man.
Which is?
Mortal Kombat!
You know any sound effects from it?
Where's this from? Dukin! Is that Tekken?
I don't know, man.
Oh, Dukin!
Okay, don't dodge the question. So if you were to adapt a movie, I mean a game,
It's too much responsibility, man. It's too much responsibility. Which one would I do? Look, I love these games. I love Mortal Kombat. I love I love Tekken.
Same. So we both like. The
Yeah,
same
I
games.
love these
we
games.
love beating up people, right?
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, I mean, it would be one of these games. I mean, the ones I grew up playing these games. Yeah, I could have a great story. They have great characters, great storylines.
But Mortal Kombat has already been come out
Yeah,
before.
has already come out as well. Has
And
Tekken come out?
I'm not so sure.
Tekken it is.
Okay. But Samar, why not GTA, man? It's such a fun game. You can do anything in that game. So you can create a great, movie out of it.
I want to ask you a question, Sad. How long back did you come to India? Have you seen the Indian roads?
It's about 2 years.
Yeah. So my GTA would be in the air mostly and not on the roads.
So we have real life GTA in India.
Yeah, we have real life GTA in a nice
All the
rickshaw. In a rickshaw, we're already going through a lot of it in the Indian roads. Coming back, it's a tough one, man. I mean, I would love to adapt a story into a game into a movie, but I think again the DNA is very different. I mean, interesting thing to do, but it'll need a lot of work and a lot of precision to understand who are we catering to. But it's a challenge. Would love to take it up.
So next up, time and depth. What I mean by that is, the movie industry is 2, 3, 4 hours maximum, right?
The
Games
movies.
are like long storytelling, couple of hours, maybe days. What's your thought on that?
It has advantages and disadvantages, man. I think sometimes things said in a short span is far more effective than things said again and again and again and again. So in that one, I think there's definitely an advantage in terms of time.
Yeah, I think movies basically give you a message way quicker than games.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, if it's a fighting game, there's not much to discuss there. But in terms of there's such great movies which are impactful, give you a messaging. The time is short,
Right.
and the takeaway is awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that in terms of the movie industry?
So like I said, the timing is your question being, is the timing short time I think is better. Long time doesn't have that much impact. But
No.
the
So
depth,
my question, let me just. I'm trying to get it is basically, which of this gives you a deeper impact and quicker?
So as a filmmaker, Saad, the reason you make a film is to give out a message. So for me, a 2 hour is enough for me to give out my message.
Correct.
I don't need 30 hours to give out that message unless I want to change the person's outlook towards life in a really big way. So I have to continuously see it again and again and again. As a filmmaker, your job is to put a message out there, make a person think. That's it. We just want them to think. Is it right? Is it wrong? You leave a question mark with them. But as gamers, I think when you play a game, that emulsion of that game just automatically changes your psychology of sorts. Films are a philosophy, and I think games are more of a psychology of human behavior.
But I also feel that, in a game, you're more immersive in the character and there's more depth into it. Of course, time is longer, but the depth and immersiveness of a character is like you're actually the character.
I agree.
Right?
That's absolutely
While
true.
in the movie, you're a little bit still away.
Absolutely.
You're taking just the message across.
The immersiveness is great in the game because you are the character. You're right. You're doing everything yourself. You're making choices yourself. But I think when you don't have control on the character, when you root for that one character but he suddenly dies, the loss feels...
No, that's not going to happen, man.
That loss feels terrible. But when you're playing it, you can control. You can go back and relive that same path again. But in a movie, you can't do it. So I think the depth of a character can be created more in a game.
Yeah.
But I think the experience again is far more in a movie than there is in a game.
So let me ask you, since we're talking about time and depth, do you by any chance know when was the first movie made?
Wow, what a question.
I know when the first game was made.
First
I think
movie
so.
made.
Yeah.
1913 or 14, Raja Harish Chandra.
India?
Was India.
No way.
1913, 1914. And I know somewhere in the 19s they made the first English movie. It was an
1906?
Australian, 1906. Yes, 1906.
I use ChatGPT very well, you know that, right?
It was called the Kelly Gang, made by an Australian company.
And the first game is 1958.
Okay.
2 people playing.
Really, what game was it?
Ting, 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 ting. It's like tennis.
Really? 19 when? 50s?
58 or something like that.
So that's almost like how many years after the first
50
movie?
years, nearly 50 years.
50 years after the first movie, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. So here's my question to you. Do you think that is gaming...
You can't ask me a question, man.
I'm going to push it at you. Is gaming... Do you think that technology used in gaming is also helping movies as well?
Of course, 100%.
How so?
So I think, gaming in general is far more advanced than the movie industry. You have to learn from the gaming industry and all the graphics and even the costume designs which come in the gaming sphere is far more ahead than the movie.
No. I'll not give this to you. No.
Hands down.
Achha, you finish. Why?
Hands down.
You think so, huh?
The character building, the animation, the depth of the character, the artist creating those in the movies, in the gaming section is far ahead of the movie.
Gaming has picked it up from the movies, my friend. Because gaming didn't exist first. The movie started character definition.
So you're going between 1906 versus 1958.
So movies started building characters, started building worlds, and of course, games took it to another level, yeah.
But it's like saying, now we have AI. It's just going faster and faster. Yeah. But that doesn't mean...
I think but I think there's, when the graphics were not that good, I think when the animation was not that good, I think a lot was borrowed from movies. But now that technology, now it's the other way around. Because I think as filmmakers now, the worlds that we can create through the technology that games use is phenomenal.
I'm glad you brought this up. So I have a question for you again. I'm seeing Marvel and Disney repeat their movies. I think the thought process, the creativity is also kind of dying. Well, the gaming industry is always introducing new storytelling games. So what's your thought on that?
So I think they repeat...
Or there's a reason for it, I don't know.
But you see the thing, when you say they're repeating movies, do you mean they're repeating themes? They're repeating...
Themes.
Thematically, you only have 7 themes, Saad. I mean, they say in the world of writing, there are only 7 stories set in different ways. There's a story based love-hate, there's revenge, there's rebirth. So what happens is you retell these 7 stories, combining them in different permutation combinations. I think essentially, maybe as an audience, you're feeling that Disney and Marvel now have no innovative storytelling. And that's why you're feeling this, really. I feel it too. But I think technology has gotten so much good, so good that I think all these are visually stunning.
And I think Bollywood has only one theme, right?
Which is?
Love.
No, also badla. Badle ki bhavna.
True. Revenge is very big, yeah?
Yeah, big time.
Right? Okay. So now this is a very interesting discussion, which is visuals versus world building.
Ooh, visuals versus world building. Okay, okay.
Which has like in the movies have more visual effects which are better than the gaming, and the world building is better in gaming or
You know, Saad,
the
this is
movie.
very unfair, man. You're asking me this in 2025. If you'd asked me this back in like the 80s or 90s, I mean, movies had like,
hands down, yeah.
you know what, now you guys are like, the worlds that you guys have created are phenomenal. But we started it. The movie started
Oh,
it.
I like the V, yeah.
Right? The movie started it. And there's no doubt about that. But I think games have taken it to another level here. World building, like, I can't think. The Blade Runner. Look at what a phenomenal world they created. The Dark Knight. You know, the world building in the Dark Knight. I think we can create worlds and we can create symbolism. You know, that's the thing that we do best by creating these worlds, symbolism. But we're also limited to our time frames. But gaming is not. What do you say?
But you can't beat Cyberpunk and God of War, which I love a lot. Elden Ring, phenomenal.
But yeah, no, obviously I can't. Now, because look at your world. You can actually go around and you can, you have a universe you can create, and a gamer can go around and do so many things, man. I don't have that. I have a
This
fixed
one,
narrative.
we agree that this is visuals and world building is far better in gaming.
We started it, and you can take it.
I
to
give
another
it to
level.
you. Take it. Enjoy life.
But this comes down to a very important point. Unreal Engine. That's the one that's changed the game, man.
Absolutely,
Even for
yes.
filmmaking as well. I mean, now that can be incorporated in filmmaking as well. It's amazing. It's amazing how AI has come on board and changed the entire game. In the movie business, it's looked down upon because they're taking away a lot of jobs as well. But I would like to see it in terms of the fact that it's also opened up the movie business in a big way. That today, sitting at home, I can imagine doing like a Lord of the Rings. I can create those worlds.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that expensive. It's imaginable. Dreams can be put on paper, but previously we were very limited to that.
And that, when you said dreams, was that the Inception, right? What
Oh.
a phenomenal
Movies,
movie.
right? Not game, movie.
So let's talk about the future of the movie, film industry, and games. What do you think?
Them coming together, is that what you're asking me about? Will they ever come together?
They're not going to come together, bro.
I wish they do,
We're
man.
going to be always
Competing.
step ahead.
Or competing.
Always competing.
I wish they do, man, Sir. I really wish they do come together because I really see a big potential, man. Let me give you some stats, man, which you have no idea. I mean, I'm sure you do, but do you know that India has at the moment 440 million gamers?
Yes?
440 million gamers. You know what a big number that is. I wish you could make a movie catering to them, man.
But there's 3.32 billion gamers globally.
Yeah, but India's 20% of the global gamers is in India, man. I just wish that there was movies that could cater to them as well. That's a huge number.
By the way, I think if I remember, there was a series on Netflix called Black Mirror. And there was a movie which I saw. And if you use your remote control to actually choose the path, and it asks you questions, and it's like a quest. And the direction of the movie changes by the answers you give.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So there has been a little bit of a
Yeah, absolutely.
coming together.
That's good. I mean,
You know?
many more movies like this, man. We need movies like this. But I mean, coming back to the fact that I think that India really needs movies, needs gaming as part of the ecosystem of the movies as well. Again, let me give you another stat which is amazing. Is that
Why are we not building IPs with gaming?
We are. I mean, that's the effort that I'm making. I think there are IPs that we're building as well. I was amazed because a certain stat that really hit me was that amongst the gamers that we have in India, we have about 60% of gamers that are in non-metro cities. Non-metro cities.
Okay.
And I mean not in Bombay, not in Cal,
But
not
they have
in
great
Delhi.
internet service.
But they have great data. They have great internet service. So that's the gamers that we have. The penetration of data and gaming is really
That's true.
far deep in India, and we need to cater to that. So I think we have made created IPs that have gaming part of. At the moment, gaming is part of non-fiction reality shows. So we have created these fantastic IPs which have gaming part of it. I mean, IPs like two people meeting for the first time, a blind date while playing a game. You know, while a guy is playing a game and a girl is playing a game, they get to know each other. But
Yes.
the fun part is that games always push you, right? They push your balance. The girl gets to know how short-tempered he is. The boy might, question the fact that she's just not thinking enough to, play it right. So it's a fun dating game. So, little things like that. We have another game about 6 gamers going into a haunted location playing a horror game. So I think pushing
That sounds interesting.
so we're pushing the boundaries between gaming and reality TV. So at the moment that's the effort, but there's also something that we're doing which is about gaming and a fictional character who's a gamer as well. So we've actually created a script on that as well. So we're trying our best, man, to make these two worlds come together, and we really want to come together because there's an audience out there who wants to see this.
I totally agree with you on this one, but now we have to end this. So whether it's gaming or the movie industry, we're basically bringing worlds together,
Absolutely.
and we want people to be feeling it and being interactive, right? That's what it's all about.
Game on, man. That's the mantra. Play on, game on, and keep watching the movies, man.
So thank you, Samar, for being here at Gaming Crossroads. It was wonderful. See you.
Thank you, buddy. Hadouken! Bye.